Combine day one, the quarterbacks, the tight ends, and wide receivers wrapped up, and I'm here to give you my top performers and a few guys that maybe hurt their draft stock with their performance yesterday. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know so, go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up, and as always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that nice, beautiful football discourse. Let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty. Jelani Woods was probably one of my top performers in general. First off, 24 bench press reps, stupid impressive. And then the 40-yard dash, dude. He only the Maryland tight end, whose name I choose not to butcher, had a faster time at 4.52. Jelani Woods 4.61, and he's got a lot better size. I'm not surprised that he didn't participate in the cone drills. A little surprised he didn't do the vert or the broad, but the cone drills doesn't surprise me because I don't think he's the most fluent mover, but a guy with that speed, that size, that power, it's honestly, if you're going to be a receiving threat at the tight end position in the NFL, you got to have that 4.6 speed. You have to have sub 4.7 speed. He showed that. I thought it was a huge outing for him. He's, for a lot of people, he kind of made his mark, and now he's rising on their list. Y'all know I was already pretty high on him coming out of the East-West Shrine game. And yeah, dude, it won't surprise me if he ends up like tight end 3. For me, I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm like tossing and turning. Another guy I was surprised by his performance yesterday. Just want to kind of mention him because this is the only tight end I got on the list, was Daniel Bellinger, the San Diego State. He's only 21 years old, and he actually performed pretty darn well yesterday. The 40-yard dash was 4.63. I was impressed with that. He just moved well in the drills, and I was just like, man, maybe I was kind of wrong to like discount this guy after the Senior Bowl. He's a guy that I haven't seen a ton of tape on. I've only watched a couple of his games, but I think going back, I could definitely see him being maybe a draftable prospect late day 3. But Jelani Woods, easy riser. Then Calvin Austin Jr., man, I didn't realize he was this explosive. I knew he was fast, but explosive? Mama freaking Mia. Like, holy moly, dude came out 4.32 40. Not surprised. I thought he was going to run in the 4.3s. But that vert, 39 inches, he was challenging Alec Pierce, Isaiah Weston, who was actually a pretty good performer yesterday. It's just a shame that I don't really like his tape. But also, the broad jump, only Christian Watson had a better broad jump than him. I think the 3 cones were just released, so I haven't actually got around to looking at those for the receivers because they did them real late. Doesn't look like, or maybe they're performing them today. But, I mean, 20-yard shuttle, Calvin Austin, he was at the top. Not that surprising, so yeah, Calvin Austin, man, easy mover. The thing was, I'm actually liking him better than Wan'Dale, if I'm going to be completely honest, because Wan'Dale Robinson came in a lot smaller than I thought because he was listed at 5'11", 185. He came in at 5'8", 178, while Calvin Austin, he was 5'8", 170. We knew he was small. So, like, Wan'Dale, again, now he feels a lot more like a gadget player, while we knew Calvin Austin was this gadget player, but he seems like a very high-end gadget player, and he got me really excited. I don't know if he cracks my top 10 receivers, but I think he's definitely that day 2 discussion, at least for me now. Probably for other people he was, but I was a bit hesitant. I'm not a fan of gadget guys. The NFL just doesn't know how to use them. Use gadget players. Sky Moore, probably one of the better performers at the at the combine, and it was more so I was just surprised this guy ran fast. Like, I was shocked because I think what's his official time? Because he ran 4.35 unofficial, 4.41. Still, holy freaking moly, that shocked me. I didn't realize he was going to be that fast. On top of that, dude, I didn't realize Khalil Shakir was going to test under 4.5. He was 4.43. Stinking impressive. I think that was big for Sky Moore. I think more people need to get on the Sky Moore bandwagon. His cone was pretty solid. While it wasn't like outstanding, not a lot of sub 7 guys, 7-second guys in the 3 cone, but in comparison to some of the other receivers in this class, he had a 7.13 3 cone. Not that bad, but yeah, dude, I'm a big fan of this guy after the catch. He showed he got some blazing speed. Man, don't be surprised, man. This cat right now, where are you at? You're wide receiver 7 for me? I could see him. That might be a good spot. Like, I already liked him, and then again, you don't want to overreact. Like, with the combine, it should reaffirm what you think about the prospect. Mostly. But let's go on to Kevin Austin Jr. Okay, let's be fair. This cat's the biggest riser for me. I had like a late day 3 grade on him. Haven't watched too much of him, but he just kind of looked like one of these bigger receivers, maybe a possession guy. But the dude's 3 cone, 6.71. Like freaking A. The 40 was the most impressive part. Unofficial was 4.43, and the official ended up staying at 4.43. So a lot faster than I expected. The quicks, the agility, the 3 cone was stupid impressive. Even in the vert, he had 39 inches. Then you had the broad. Where did you end up being in the broad? 11 inches. Finished in the top 5 of all the receivers there. Like, I'm going to go back, watch the tape. I'm not going to be surprised if this guy ends up like a 5th round prospect for me. Like, when watching the combine, when watching the receivers, he was the guy that I was like, I have to watch more of this guy. Like, I do not have an accurate analysis or eval of Kevin Austin. Like, he kind of feels legit. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that one. And then let's go to the quarterbacks. For the most part, quarterbacks did well. Cole Kelly, biggest riser. All the quarterbacks threw pretty well, or at least the ones you expected to. I would say Cole Kelly, though, wow, man, this guy was throwing some dots yesterday, like legit. Former SEC prospect, mind you, out of Arkansas, and ends up transferring to Southeastern Louisiana. Dropped my wedding ring. Can't help it. I like playing with my wedding ring. But like, the upside is kind of nice with him. 6'7", 249. He was another guy, I think it was I think it was the NFL PA Bowl. Actually, I got it right here. What am I saying? Yeah, it was the NFL PA Bowl. Like, him, I think Akil Glass, like, were stupid good there. I thought they were probably the best 2 quarterbacks there. And yeah, dude, Kelly, I think, like, he threw with great touch, like 40 yards down the field. Like, this guy's got a big arm. I'd be willing to take a flyer on him as a developmental guy. Kind of curious what his age is. I need to go look into that. Sometimes age is kind of hard to find for prospects. Don't know what's up with that. But yeah, no, Cole Kelly, I looked at your size. I was like, you have my interest. Now you have my attention. Like, holy moly. Especially after, like, Caleb Elby, I thought came out looking not nearly as good out of the throw-in drills. I liked Cole Kelly a lot better. All right. And we're talking Alex Pierce, and then we're going to get into Christian Watson in a minute. They came in, they tested how I expected to. Both have day 2 grades. They're not going to be big movers for me, but it's just they reaffirmed what I thought. I thought these guys were, I assumed these guys were going to be explosive, and I assumed they were going to run in, like, the sub 4.5 variety. With Alec Pierce, he ended up running a 4.41, which was absolutely bonkers. The 3-cone... Did Christian Watson test in the 3-cone? Doesn't look like it. But he had a 7.13, so not bad. But it was really like the broad jump where... was it the broad jump? No, it was probably the vert. If it's the broad jump, I can't... No, here it is. Yeah. He had 10 feet 9 inches, which that's pretty solid. Then the vert was where he had 4.5 or 40.5 inches, where he was like the clear leader there. I think he showed, hey, if you're looking for a bigger receiver, Christian Watson isn't your real only option here on day 2. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, right. Let's go to Christian Watson, who was a stellar performer. Very stellar. Let's see. Do they have the size listed at... Oh, my gosh. There's so much information I'm running through right now. I can't find it here, but his official size here, I'll just look into me notes, was 6'4", 208. He impressed in the vert, 38.5 inches. In the broad, he was the leader there, 11 feet 4 inches. Very, very, very impressive. And then the 40-yard dash. Freaking holy moly. I didn't expect sub 4.4. I expected him and Alec Pierce to be sub 4.5. Christian Watson came out here and said, well, 4.36. Like, F, dude, really? Dang. Like, it was impressive. It was freaking impressive. I don't know if, like, he does get bumped up my board a little bit. Just simply because, of course, there were some guys that, like, not reaffirmed that I don't love them athletically. But Christian Watson, if you're looking for a bigger receiver, it's really Alec Pierce and Christian Watson after in day 2. If you're looking for a big receiver, it's those guys. Those are the 2 guys you want to be hunting for. And then let's just go ahead and get into, like, fallers. And I want to start with Treylon Burks, because for a lot of people, he's going to be a faller. Because the expectation, the comps, they were ridiculous. Like, I kind of akined him to an A.J. Brown with less polish. Let's actually see A.J. Brown combine. Other people were talking about... other people kind of refer to him as like DK, Debo, Chase Claypool. Like, those were all floating around, and I think everyone got their expectations just like set out the wazoo, and it just became to be unfair, because I think Burks, for his size, was pretty darn impressive. The 3-cone wasn't great. But we all knew that, like, he's not like a route runner. Like, that's not his nuance. It's like he's this big body threat with some good speed. And he ends up running a 4.55? 4.55. I thought he was a bit underwhelming in the explosive drills, in the vert and the broad. But still, like, by comparison, like, looking at, like, let's start with Debo. So looking at, like, Debo's actual times, yeah, he's not Debo. He's just not. Looking at Debo's times. Debo, wow, tested a lot better than I remember. Good on you, Debo. But like, even like, again, looking at the explosive drills, you got Treylon Burks here at, oh, you're not, 33 inches at the vert. The broad he tested at, where are you at? 10 feet and 1 inch, 2 inches. So yeah, those pale in comparison to what Debo did. When it comes to, like, maybe, like, it's really like looking at it, AJ Brown feels like a better comp. Like, AJ Brown had better numbers, but like Treylon Burks, yeah, no, it definitely feels like, though the 3 cone's actually a big difference, to be fair. Also, AJ did it on his pro day, so we'll see how Burks does on his pro day. So, does this hurt Burks? Yeah, he's probably not the top wide receiver of this class for me. You could tell he's a mismatched nightmare. He does have some speed to him for a guy that size. Like, his testing was still impressive. It's just not akin to what the expectation everyone set up for him. I don't think that was a fair expectation to begin with. So I think we're still talking about him in the first round, most definitely. But like, he was a favorite of mine to like mock to the Jets at 10. I think that might be a bit rich now, but I could still see him going in like that top 20 area. And then we're going to stick with the receivers. George Pickens. It was a rough day for George Pickens. First off, George Pickens had the smallest hands. Like, and I know y'all don't want to hear me talk about hand size, but it matters. Now, like, this is a guy that has like insane ball skills. Now is going to be catching NFL football. Do I think it's going to be a problem? No, I don't. But I just found it weird that he comes in 6'3", 195, and he comes in with sub 9-inch hands, like, compared to like everyone else. Only Tyquan Thornton, who's another guy at 6'2", 181, had smaller hands. I just found that weird. And then came the explosive drills, right? We look at the broad. He didn't test like terrible. It was kind of mid. So like 10 feet, 5 inches. But it was the vert where I was like super underwhelmed with George Pickens. He only had 33 inches on the vert. That really surprised me. Kyle Phillips had a better vert than George Pickens. So it's like, will he be this contested catch guy? I kind of wonder. And then you go to the 40, and that's where he really saved face, I think, where he ran way faster than I expected. I thought he was going to be in the 4.5s. He ends up running 4.47. So, not too, it doesn't blow my expectations out the water, but still better than I anticipated. I thought that was impressive. Let's see if he actually worked out in the cone. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, you could probably throw David Bell, the Purdue receiver, up in this category as a faller. It kind of depends on how you felt about him. Like, I knew he wasn't that athletic. Like, that was his thing going into it. I think if anything, it's the cone drills that really hurt. Because 714, not that great. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, he feels like a guy that might just be like a after the catch slot guy. Like, I dare to say, I don't know if I would consider him day 2, maybe at the end of like round, like mid to late 3rd round, that area. Like he probably, of the top guys, hurt his draft stock the most, but probably the biggest faller here. I gotta list one guy, Trey freaking Turner. I was hyping Trey Turner up. This speedster going into the Senior Bowl, I was hyping him up. I love his tape. Like how he won vertically and then also after the catch off screens. Like I knew he wasn't a nuanced route runner just because of what they asked for him at Virginia Tech. I knew he had to put some meat on them bones. 6'1", 179. And I was sad that he came in still thin at the Senior Bowl. And then he comes in here, let's see, still obviously 6'1", 179. Y'all could see it on the overlay. But he also tests out exceptionally poorly. Like, exceptionally poorly. And it really hurt my heart. Like, his 40 ended up being... Did he run the 40? I know he ran the 40. Yeah, 4.51, where it's like, oh, that's not bad. It's not. But I expected this guy to be sub 4.5. I expected him to be close to sub 4.4. Like, maybe in the 4.43 range. Like, I thought he had that vertical type of ability. And then he was one of the worst testers in the explosion drills. In the vert, 27 inches. He was the worst performer. In the broad, he was the worst performer, 9 feet 5 inches. And then guess what? In the 3-cone, he was the worst performer by a mile, 7.45. I kind of like pumped him up. Like I thought he was a guy that could maybe emerge as a late day 2 prospect. I had an early day 3 grade on him. I don't see him going in that range at all, man. I think late day 3 at this point. Like I thought he probably did the most damage to his stock here, unfortunately, and it hurts my heart. You could maybe throw Eric Uzakanma, the Texas Tech wide receiver. Just during the drills, he just looked like if it wasn't a slant, this guy was uncomfortable. Like he wasn't running the route well as I expected. I don't think it hurt him too much. I think I got like a midday grade on it. Yeah, midday 3 grade on him. I think that's about right. But Trey Turner definitely broke my heart. If you're listening, Trey, hopefully we could build that bridge back up someday. I miss you. But that's it for the video. Go ahead and do the YouTube thing. As always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.